Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I have filed this morning, and we're putting a copy of the case number and everything, the front page of the filed lawsuit, up on the screen for you. I have filed a lawsuit in Kenton Circuit Court this morning against Facebook. Now, my guess is they'll probably remove this to federal court, which they always do. If they do, so be it. But I want everyone to know why I'm doing this and what I'm doing and what's different about it. If you recall, Trump sued Facebook and Twitter, and the basis of his lawsuit said it was really like the government doing their business through Facebook. By the way, I have that theory of liability as well. But ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, the last straw with me was I served this past week a week suspension for actually saying, come on, all you healthcare workers, hang in there, we're kicking A. I'm afraid to even say the word because of what Facebook might do. Kicking A. It's an expression of doing well. They said I was inciting violence. I appealed. They decided my appeal in 4 minutes. Now, I have a theory of liability, which I probably should have passed on to Trump and pass on to others. Now, critics of this lawsuit will say that, man, Facebook's a private company, their terms of service says they're allowed to do this, they're allowed to do that, everything else. Well, let me tell you my list of grievances of what Facebook does. Facebook engages in the following: suspension and restriction of accounts for trivial reasons that go against their establishment narratives, having a fraudulent appeal process, labels posts from accounts as fake or misinformation with their fact checkers, restricts, disables, and removes Facebook groups that go against establishment narratives, prevents posts from appearing on other users' news feeds even when the users are friends or followers. They're manipulating. Shadow bans accounts that go against establishment narratives, preventing interaction and growth. Conspires with the current Biden administration to flag and remove content the administration finds problematic. Consistently changes algorithms to bury conservative content. It goes on and on and on. I've set forth all these grievances. Now, here is the claim. Now, I got lots of claims, but my claim that I think is a winner is detrimental reliance and promissory estoppel. It is what's called a common law claim. It's allowed, I believe, in every state. It's certainly allowed in Kentucky, which is this. You don't have a written contract, right? Well, there's terms of service. But regardless of what a contract says, regardless of anything, there is something in the law like this. You make promises to somebody. Based upon those promises, they rely upon them and act accordingly to their detriment. So, what does Facebook do? Facebook brags that they're the great social media platform, right? Develop your brand, develop your business, communicate to everybody. Use our platform. Then, what do? They monetize that by selling freaking advertising, don't they? So here is my number one claim against Facebook that I don't think's been tried any place in the country. That I relied upon their promises to help build my brand. And I spend money. I pay workers to help me. I got a social media team. I spend all these time, money, and resources building up the brand. And what do? They manipulate it to my detriment with their algorithms. They cut off my content. They push down my content. Do you know that I've watched this? That when Facebook's not messing with me, my followers, I'm adding followers like tons of followers. Then all of a sudden they stop. I've had times where for like 6 months, I hardly had any more followers and I've even decreased. And I'm like, what's going on here? If this goes to federal, if they remove it to federal court, we'll see what Judge Bunning or Judge Bertelsmann has to say. Judge Bertelsmann allowed the Sarah Jones case to go to a jury trial. I want to conduct discovery. I want to stick a microscope up Facebook's corporate colon. But the bottom line, folks, is they use us. We rely upon them, and then they manipulate it all. They manipulate it all. And I think that claim Now, I believe in all these claims. And guess what? I'm filing it pro se. It's me for myself. I'm also asking for class action status. If I get class action status, what a whopper of a freaking lawsuit this will freaking be. And Alan Statman will be class counsel, my buddy. So ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, that is what I'm doing to Facebook. I'm not taking their crap any freaking more. You and I, as conservatives and libertarians, should be left the hell alone. You know what's another thing about my Facebook page, and all of you know this? You know that I've pasted those Facebook rules. How great are those Facebook rules? These are supposed to be Facebook friends. Do I ever post sexual deviant content? No. My Facebook is G to PG. I don't do anything crude, rude, socially unacceptable. And they say I violate community standards. I tell you right now, I represent the community standards in Northern Kentucky and Cincinnati. I don't represent the standards of San Francisco, New York, or LA. The community standards are these community standards in this freaking community. And I'm going to fight them on what they call their community standards. My Facebook page, I post pictures of the angels, my grandchildren. I fight political battles. I don't drop F-bombs. I don't do any of that bad stuff. And yet, they freaking mess with me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, the Durrani battle, the Vax battle, Facebook, social media, we're in the freaking battle for our freaking country. And I choose to fight it. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Hope you have a great day. I hope Facebook has a terrible day.